YouTube, man. What's up? It's your boy Life with Chevy Church back with another video, man. And today I'm gonna be talking to y'all about the conventional engines against the new modern engines. What time is it? Time right now is 12:14. Okay, so I got a little bit of time. I'm gonna try not to make this video too long. You know, I may get carried away and make it too long, but I'm trying not. I don't want to make it too long. But anyways, man, I don't know where I'm gonna start at. Well, let's just start here. I don't think a lot of people know the simplicity of the small block, rather if it's a 400, big blocks, or even the 350s. You know what I'm saying? 383, it's the same thing. It's just a stroke 350. It's all coming from the same block. But I don't think most people understand how simple it is to keep these engines maintenance. And the main three, man, is spark, air, and fuel is what you need. These things can run all day long, man. I'm talking about all day long. You can have it sitting there idling, all that, man. But man, a long time ago, once upon a time, I used to be that type of guy to where, man, I want to go LS. You know, I need LS this, LS that. That was way before how far I am, learning about these two engines. I feel like I very mastered the small blocks, the conventionals. But man, I used to be that guy a long time ago, man. I was pressing getting a LS engine, not understanding what all you have to get to modify it in your old school. I think a lot of people, I'm not like this no more, but I think a lot of people don't understand it's more than just getting a crate engine and a transmission. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people look at the fact that you got to get a fuel system ran. You know what I'm saying? You got to what specific fuel pump that you're gonna need. What motor mouse you need. You're gonna have to cut and modify a lot of stuff to get things going. And I didn't understand that stuff. See, I was just thinking it was like a mind thing. So I was just thinking, okay, as long as I find me a motor and transmission, I'm good. Not understanding everything else that come with it. And man, now I'm not knocking nobody who's going LS. I'm not knocking nobody who's even riding LTs. Me personally, I'm talking about me. My heart is with these 350s, man. It really is. As many times I try to convince myself I'm gonna go LS just because I'll be watching YouTube and seeing these guys doing their own LSs and all that. It's dope that y'all do that stuff, man. But who's to say what y'all actually go through behind closed doors though? I'm just saying. Uh but man, it's like when you compare, how can I put this? Like when you compare both of them, it's not as easy and simple like a 350. 350s, man, it's like all you got to do is just bolt up and play, plug and play. LS is not really pretty much the same thing. Now, when I say plug and play, I don't mean, a lot of people may think, oh man, it's just the wires you got to connect, plug and play, you in a game. It's a lot more than just that. With these older engines, you literally can just bolt, plug and play, and you on your way. That's it. And man, it don't even matter what you do, honestly, because everything is going to be the same way. You're still going to need a distributor. You're going to need air and you're going to need spark. You're going to need all those things to keep them bad boys running. All three of them things. It don't even matter if you go, like I said, stroke, big block, or if you go 400 small block. But my heart is really with these 350s, man. I can't even break away from them, man, because it's like, for one, how can I put this? It's well within my budget. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that because most people on here maybe think, oh, he ain't got the money to do it. Man, it's really not really just about the money, man. It's really not. The way that I look at it as a man is like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type thing. And what I mean by that, if y'all want me to get in details, what I mean by that, as in these old cars they never came with modern engines. They didn't. They didn't come with no modern stuff. They didn't. So it's like You find your old little 350 small block, man. From there, once you get you a small block, man, hey, you in the game. All you gotta do now is figure out what your application gonna be, what kind of turns you want to run, what kind of cylinder heads you want to run. You know what I'm saying? And what kind of cam do you want? And it's just, man, it's so simple, man. These 350s, they get the job done. And a lot of people, man, I'm not gonna say everyone, but most of a lot of people think that you cannot get 400 horsepower out of these 350s. Man, look, 400 horsepower, that's enough for me. But then again, let's touch that subject. Horsepower. You never hear nobody ever say horsepower win races. Never. You always hear torque wins races. Torque is what's picking your car up and going. Horsepower don't come in until you at a higher RPM. But until then, that's all that torque that's pulling your car, bro. That's torque. So when I hear a lot of people, because I used to be like this too, when I hear a lot of people saying, man, I want like 450 horses. I want like 500 horses. I'm like, bro, why you want all that horsepower if all you doing is just driving around town? You'll get on the highway here and there. But like, what's your reason why you want that much horsepower? And a lot of people don't ever mention torque. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't. If I'm being completely honest with you, man, my opinion, I think these conventional engines, they make more torque than these newer engines. I really do. Because, man, sitting on the blogs, on YouTube doing research on newer engines, you know what I'm saying? All newer cars come with more horsepower, but they don't come with really much torque. They come with a decent amount of torque. But like, they horsepower numbers would be so high to where they torque numbers is not even close to what they horsepower is. So really, when people screaming, man, I got all this horsepower, it's gonna take you a minute, bro, to catch up. Like, it's gonna take you a minute. And not only that, man, like, for instance, you take a LS and let's say you want to get like 500, 500 horses, bro. It's gonna take you a lot of stuff just to get that horsepower. Like, you may have to either port your stock heads, or if that's not enough, you may have to give some aftermarket heads. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go up on your cam. It's just a lot of stuff. But I will say this though: you take a 350 small block, bro. You take a 350 and you stroke it, you damn near there at 500. I ain't talking about horsepower this time. I'm talking about torque. That torque, man, look, I love that torque. I want torque. I care less about horsepower. I don't care if I only got like 390 horses, but if I have like 400 and like 80 foot-pounds of torque, or like 500 foot-pounds of torque, or even if I just got 400 flat horses but like 500 torque, oh man, I'll take that all day long. I would take that all day long, man. Because that torque is, man, I'm telling you, that torque is what's gonna get your car moving, bro. I'm telling you. Horsepower doesn't come until you're at a higher RPM. But horsepower is cool, man. I'm not saying you don't need it, but that's not what it takes for your car to get moving. So on that note, man, it's just, man, how can I put this? How can I put it? Because I was once that guy, man. I used to be like, man, when I get an LS, I'm gonna get like 500 horses. That's really that's what my mindset was. I want 500 horses. But what about that torque though, man? I ain't never mentioned about the torque. I was just always just doing what everybody else doing, following the trend. Oh man, I want that, I want this. Man, but if you take these, man, oh my gosh, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm just, look, matter of fact, hold on. Let me touch this too. Let me touch this. These conventional engines, they are so affordable to where, man, you can get like a full rotating assembly kit probably for like, I think some on some for like 1,200, some for 1,500, maybe even 1,600. A full rotating assembly for LS or LT, I don't know, but for LS you're looking maybe over $2,000 for a rotating assembly. That's not including you have to get an oil pan. That's not including you have to get the fuel, your whole fuel kit. That's not including getting coil packs. That's not including getting spark plug wires, spark plugs, computer. It depends on what transmission you're using. You have to get your drive shaft. If you go with a 480, you're gonna have to get your drive shaft modified for that 480 to fit. Because I believe with a 700 and a 460, you don't have to change the drive shaft, I believe, because they 460 700 the same thing. It's just the name just changed, and it's just they went to electronic. You know what I'm saying, from the 700. But you know, you got to get things flashed on how much power you want to push, or what the whole drivetrain application is. Just a rotating assembly alone, you're looking 2,000 or a little bit more on Summit or Jigs for a rotating assembly, and that's not even also including the cylinder heads. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying don't do it, but I just want y'all to take the two and just compare how much stuff you got to do with this versus a lot less stuff you got to do with the 350 or 400 big block or whatever such and such. But for me, for my lifestyle, what I love and what I'm more familiar with is the old school, man. I can get up underneath there. I can change my own spark plugs. I can change my own fuel pump. Done it before. Done my spark plugs before. I done changed the whole distributor before by myself. I done changed the water pump by myself. I done changed the alternator by myself. I done took the AC compressor off and put one back on by my. Well, not by myself, but I had a little help doing it. Um, Man, what else have I done? Uh, I can even go up underneath her and change the valve cover gaskets. If one is broken, you know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is just take the four bolts. Cause I got four take heads, so it's center bolts. All I gotta do is take them bolts off, top that thing off, just slap one right up in there, make sure it's tucked underneath the damn valve cover. Sit that thing back on there, bolt it up, start it up, and I'm on my way. Same thing with a water pump. I can just pull over, change it, do all that good stuff. I've done all this stuff before. I've done it. I've done it. The only thing that I might be unfamiliar doing is the power steering pump. That I've never changed before. So once I see a video or watch somebody do it, or if they help me if it comes to a point doing it, I'm sure I know how to do it myself, just like everything else. You know, pulling out an engine, I can do that now. Even though I had help doing it, but I sit there and I watch. I pay attention how people do it, so that way, if it comes to a point for me to do it on my own when I ain't got no help, I know exactly what I'm looking for. As far as you got to have a jack to hold that transmission up. If you're just taking the whole engine out by yourself, you got to have something holding up that transmission. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit there and just go up underneath there and you're gonna take the bolts out, the torque converter bolts and the housing of the transmission to the engine, and you're just gonna take out. No, you're gonna have something to hold that transmission up. So it's a man. It's just, to me. I'm not gonna say everybody, but to me, I just feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. In other words, if I don't need to put a whole new drivetrain in it, modern, then why I need to just spend all my energy, time, and money doing it? And it may stress me out because it's a lot of stuff that you got to do, bro. I believe a lot of people are really sleeping on these 350s, man. I really do believe that. I keep saying 350, but conventional engines. I really feel like everybody's really sleeping on these engines, man, because it's just so simple. It's so simple. A lot of guys don't want it because they too busy worried about having to pat the gas a couple times, get to start up. Me, I don't find nothing wrong with doing that. I absolutely find nothing wrong with doing it. I don't. And me, in my opinion, most guys that want to do LS in this generation is either they don't want to take time to know how to get their hands dirty, learning as they go. That way they know what to do next time. I feel like that's one of them. They just too lazy to get their hands dirty, and they want to avoid patting the gas when you start. They just want something you can just turn the key over and go. So, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not knocking nobody for doing it, you know. But you just gotta remember, man, if you're trying to do this stuff and trying to chase stupid power to where you're gonna keep breaking stuff and keep breaking stuff after time and breaking stuff because you're trying to chase so much horsepower to the wheel and this and that, and something breaks, and I mean, y'all may have the money for it to do that, but man, Just because you have the money to do it, that don't mean it's okay to keep doing it. Because really, you want to keep going through that headache. Just because I got the money, I can go ahead and do it. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead, man. I wouldn't even care if I have millions of dollars in the bank. I would never do that. I would stay where I'm at, like I've been doing. And those that have been following me, y'all know I got a block on the other side of this car. I told y'all what I'm doing. I'm gonna stroke it. But as for right now, for a while, I don't need to because this thing right here, it gets me around just fine. No hiccups, no overheating, no misfires, no backfires. It's not doing absolutely nothing, man. Nothing. So I'm just saying, man, it is easy to tune your carburetor by yourself. I had a little trouble at first, but once you get the hang of it and you get to listening really careful how you like it and everything, and you just ask questions, look up, do some research on YouTube like I've done before, so you get a clear idea what you're messing with. What is this screw supposed to be for? What is this supposed to be for? Then you'll know what you're looking at and you'll know what to listen out for. So I mean, that's why I said the simplicity of it is just it can't get no simpler than that, bro. It just can't. It just can't. Like my car cut off, my instant thought is going to be, okay, it's back to behind the distributor, so it's got to be a little control module. Okay, I've changed that many times, and once I did it, boom, fires right back up. It just, man, it's just I don't know. It's the simplicity of it, man. It's just it's I just feel like it's unbeatable to me. I do, but I'm just saying if y'all plan on want to go LS, man, just have your pocketbooks ready. But there's gonna be a lot of stuff you gotta pay for. It's gonna be a lot of stuff you probably have to cut, a lot of stuff you got to modify just to get that bad boy just sitting in there alone. That's it, just to get it sitting in there alone. That's not even having no wires connected, not having an ECM flash to your liking or what. That's just sitting the whole drivetrain there alone. And then after that's when all the wiring and shit start coming. You know what I'm saying? To where you might have to cut a hole back there by the firewall, to make it look like a cleaner look. Cause I'm not cutting nothing on my car. The way it's gonna stay, the way it was made original, it's gonna stay that way. I'm not cutting nothing just for some wires to be, you know, to be brought inside just to give it a clean look. I'm not finna cut nothing. Nothing for no rims. I'm not doing the way y'all see this car is the same way it's gonna stay for the rest of eternity. I'm not changing nothing. If I change something, it'd be like a little bumper feel that's supposed to go right there. Probably the side light that I'm missing. Um, I'm gonna go back to the same original paint color. It's gonna stay glass house. Put a brand new top on with it. But for the most part, there's nothing really wrong with it besides just missing this, and I think it's missing this side back filler. That's it. And this side light. That's pretty much all it's missing. And I ain't putting no rims on my car. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not knocking nobody who's doing all the extra stuff, but all the extra stuff, I don't need all that, man. For what? I'll be too busy trying to build my car, to where I can drive it from state to state. Man, let's talk about that too, man. Let's talk about that too. A lot of people also be talking about, man, them 350s, big blocks, whatever, such and such, etc. You can't drive them on the highway. But I guess most people are forgetting way back in the day, what were people driving in the 70s and 80s? Let's take it back to the 60s. What was they driving? They wasn't driving nothing modern back in the day. This is what they had. This is what they had. And when something was going on, I'm pretty sure they was underneath the hood of their car, like how most of us are today, that staying old school. Some people, they on the hood doing their LS thing, doing their thing, learn how to tune and all that at their house. But like I said, what can beat this? What can honestly beat this? Honestly. So I mean, I just feel like it don't get no better, man. Ah, that's good. I just feel like it doesn't get any better. Um, People say, man, your car's going to run hot. You're driving on the highway, man. Man, look. Soon as I dropped this motor in my car, soon it had no radio in it. It still had the stock suspension to where it was looking saggy. I drove this thing all the way to Missouri, bro. No problem. People may think, oh man, it's just Well, I'm in Arkansas, so people gonna be like, "Oh man, it's just too." It don't matter, bruh. Y'all really think these engines cannot make it on the highway? I got a homie that stay here locally. He even convinced himself he wanted to go LS a couple times, but he just can't find it to do it either. So by the mini motors I seen him have, man, look, they all been 350s. He been to Texas in them a couple times. He been to Oklahoma a couple times, Missouri a couple times. He drives his car. Man, he drives it. He drives it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't never see no old school car on the side of the road. Never. I never seen one on the side of the road. And if I have, it's probably just once in 100 years. But man, it's a lot of people just knock them because, like I said, they probably don't got time to pat that gas and start it up. You know what I'm saying? So, or they don't want to get their hands dirty. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I may wear gloves here and there, but for the most part, my hands are mostly dirty all the time. I'm so mastered at this stuff, man, because at the beginning, of course, when you're a rookie, you don't know what you're looking for, such and such. There's a point to where, I didn't know how to change no water pump. But one day I went on YouTube and I just looked at videos, even though sometimes YouTube is not going to show you exactly what you're looking for, but it'll show you something that is close enough. So that way you get an idea what you're looking for, which route to take. So one day I went on YouTube, man, how to change out a water pump, in Capri. So just whatever. Man, it's just four bolts. It's four bolts. You got two on the right and two on the left. And then you got to unclamp the radiator hose. And then you might have to move the alternator out the way. You got to get the power steering bracket. You got to get those bolts that bracket kind of out the way so you can get access to the full thing. So that way, when the bolts are broken loose enough, you can take it all the way off and take the water pump out. I went on YouTube one day, went out there the next day, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the fuel pump. I never knew how to change no fuel pump until I went on YouTube one day and did the same exact thing. And I changed it. When I had that maroon car, I did it. So when something happens with this car, I know exactly what I'm looking for. All my stuff under my hood is under warranty. Everything. The only thing that's not, I believe, is the nah, I think I'm mistaking that for the other car. Yeah, I think I'm mistaken for the other car. But everything under here, from the heater core, water pump, my my fuel pump is under warranty, the radiator under is under warranty. Basically the main stuff, man. Oh, even my brakes are under warranty. I got brakes on my I got warranty on my brakes too. So sometimes it's good shopping online. Sometimes you honestly can't help it. But then again, it's better to shop around your local parts store because man, if you need to exchange something, you got that lifetime warranty. All you gotta do is boom boom. As opposed you shopping online and you gotta wait for it to get delivered. You know what I'm saying? Because in the meantime, you need to have something to drive. You know what I'm saying? So when you got something warranted under the local parts store, man, you can just boom, boom right there the same day and get it put on maybe the same day or the next day. You back on the road as opposed to waiting a couple of days for business days for your stuff to be out shipped and then you get delivered. So um, that's something y'all might want to think about too, man. But um, trying to think if I'm missing anything else. I don't know what time is it. It's 12:37 now. Pretty sure. Pretty sure I'm over 15 minutes now. I'm way over there, but yeah, man, do what y'all like. I'm not saying don't ever go LS, go LT, or whatever you want to do. This is just really me what I'm going to stick with because I'm not breaking the bank. I'm not stressing myself out trying to find something. I'm not trying to get myself overwhelmed on what am I supposed to do next or how am I supposed to do this or how am I supposed to do that. Or where am I supposed to go to look for this? Where am I supposed to go look for that? You know, it's just about the simplicity of it. You know what I'm saying? And it saves you a lot of money. A lot of money, man. And if you, man, this is what I suggest too. If y'all trying to just build y'all like a mile 350, y'all just trying to get y'all like a quick 350, you know what I'm saying, built or a 400, whatever, and y'all don't know what cylinder has to go with, and just try to coop you a set of Vortec heads, bro. That's what I got on here. That's what I have on my last Caprice. But if you want a little bit more, if you want to go up a little bit, ain't no wrong with aluminum heads. It's just that, man, they just a little bit more expensive. But I promise you, they're more affordable than LS heads. That I can promise you. The most that you'll spend for aluminum heads on a small block 350 or 400, man, you're probably looking at maybe 1200, 13 at the max, because it's gonna be about 6 to 650 for a head. So you just add that up. I'm just say 1300 for set of heads. Pretty affordable. LS, I done seen on GX Summit, people want damn near 2,000 and up for some heads. About 18, I'll say about 18 to 2,500 for some heads. Aftermarket heads. Ain't nothing wrong with the stock heads. Stock heads are actually good on LS. They actually do flow good. But if you're just trying to get you a nice mount 350 build, man, to get your nice little cam and you don't know what head to go, man, I'll suggest you, man, you can get the original Vortec heads, the 906 or 062, or you can go on Summit and get the set of Vortec heads. And those are a lot stronger and they're a lot heavier than what these are. They flow a lot better than the original ones. But ultimately, Vortec head is just the way to go on the 350. That's what I got. I'm not telling you to. I'm just saying if you want to, then I'm just giving you, what I'm saying, the game. Get your set of Vortec heads, you on your way. I see people that's pushing over 400 torque, over 400 horsepower with just stock Vortec heads, either the 906 or 062 with a nice little cam, driving it every day, no problem. No matter. So if y'all got in trouble with that, man, just look up some Vortec heads, bro. Or you can get the ones off of Summit. Because the one on Summit, the material is a little thicker because the original they tend to crack. They say down in the chamber, and I've seen that because I had to say it. They was cracked pretty bad, so and they a little bit more heavier. Them heads are heavy, but yeah, man, if that's what y'all looking for, man, just try to find you some Vortex. Ain't nothing wrong with them. A lot of people down, some people don't. You know, me, I can't ride no 350 without a set of Vortex heads, or if I find me some good mal aluminum heads. So, but if I'm trying to build something quick, just trying to get on the road with a little sound and all that, I can play a little bit. Vortex, what I do. Now, if I want like a razzle dazzle, like if I go stroker, then I'll probably consider going aluminum heads. But other than that, Vortex heads all the way, baby. Love them Vortex. They breathe good, stop. You know what I'm saying? I did some research on them. I got different sources of research on them. Great heads, man. Great heads. Love them. But yeah, man, I just want to come out here and just talk to y'all for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Share some stuff with y'all and give y'all my opinion about certain things and such and such. So, it's 12:42 right now. So, yeah, man. If y'all new to the channel, man, y'all do me a favor, hit that subscribe button for your boy. You feel me? Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? You want to follow me on IG? I'll put it right here on the screen. If you want to follow me on Facebook, I'll put it right here on the screen too. And I'll put my description down below, man. Hey, like for Chevy Church, man. Hey, my channel is not just about cars. I vlog my cars because I feel like that's something I can show for. You know what I'm saying? It's just a part of me. You know what I'm saying? That's just something I just love to do. I do stuff for my kids, for my girl. My channel is really all around for anything. It's just that it may look like it's just for cars because I have something to show for more with these. So that's it, man. So like I said, man, subscribe, man. Do all that good stuff. My numbers going up on my analysis, man. I'll be checking on the daily. So, man, y'all doing me a huge favor, man. My numbers is going up, so I'm impressed, man. I'm pleased. But y'all stick around for the next video, man. Your boy Chevy Church, man. We logging out. Y'all be blessed, man.